I love the book of Jude, and because I love things that are in concentrate. And Jude is the gospel, an apostolic type of sounding defense in concentrate, where it bears a similarity to 2 Peter and even 1 Peter, where it's describing the infiltration of false teaching. And there's this fantastic message, which is something along the lines of God is faithful. He's always judged those who are against him, and he always will judge those who are opposed to him. So for the believers to whom Jude is writing, where Jude encourages them to contend for the faith, he systematically goes through biblical history and references these occasions where God has been faithful to judge all that oppose him. So imagine yourself a believer, first century, being persecuted. It's not like the church in America, it's the church in the Middle East. And you're wondering, is God faithful? Will he hear the cries of his people? So Jude just launches with this glorious description of the faithfulness of God to judge, and he has. So Jude pulls out these episodes in biblical history where God has faithfully judged those that oppose him and fulfills his purposes and plans. But I think it comes around full circle where Jude tells the believer that regardless of what's going on around them, they need not worry about their own salvation. And there's this fantastic doxology in Jude, which I think dominates. And Jude's conclusion is better than his introduction, where he says that God is so faithful and has been so faithful over the years that he is able, this is all third person, to make you stand in his presence full of joy, inexpressible. Well, to the listener who understood the holiness of God, just heard this description of judgment, this reality that we can stand in the presence of God full of joy, inexpressible, without judgment, is an astounding thought. That God's faithfulness is so complete, his justice in Christ so absolute, that God, through his Son, is able to make even the most reprobate sinner stand before him pure and holy. So it's this concentrated little exhortation to this group of people reading this letter to hang on. That there's a future coming where not only will God judge history and judge those who oppose to him, but take those who are unworthy and give them a position that they could never imagine before the holiness of God.